Is it audible now? Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, good that it is audible. Sorry, yeah, our system was set up on mute. Where is your recording? The recording is there? Start here. Okay. So we're very happy to share with you that today the intermediate results have come out and our students have done exceedingly well. They have exceeded our expectations and they have done better than the past students. 50 plus of our students have crossed 98%. 200 plus students have crossed 95%. So some super results our students have put up. And please remember that ours is an IIT campus. In an IIT campus, we are primarily focused on IIT. We will also obviously look at intermediate, but our students are busy most of the time with IIT. But despite that, our students have done so well, so exceedingly well. We are very happy and we will have a small celebration right now. While this is going on, we will wait for the other parents to join us and we will have a small celebration, some fireworks on our we can't have a real fireworks here. We'll have fireworks here on our screen.
As we do this, I want you all to cheer our students and bless them so that they do wonderfully well in JEE Main, JEE Advanced. And also your students, your children will also come with flying colors.
Voice carry outunda? Is the all right, so Mr. Anil Kumar, there is an audio problem. Please check with your internet, sir. Audio from our side is okay. Does anybody else have an audio problem? From our side, audio is okay. Anybody else has an audio problem? Mr. Anil Kumar, please check your internet connection. We do not have any audio from you. Yes. All right, good. So yeah, it's perfect. Fantastic. All right. So the agenda for today, I will just briefly share with you the agenda. What we're going to do is we are going to discuss briefly the course objectives. Then we will briefly spend some time on the road to IITs, details of course delivery, what we are going to do. We are going to discuss expectations from students and parents. And then finally, any other questions that you have, you can ask us. So you can ask the questions through the chat in Zoom. You can also WhatsApp your questions. If you're watching on YouTube, you can also WhatsApp to our number. We are live on YouTube also. It is available on our YouTube channel, Nano Academy YouTube channel. You can go to Nano Academy 1 YouTube channel and you can watch the live streaming. You can also send us on WhatsApp questions to 90000007761. You can also use the chat in Zoom. So this is our agenda for today. Basically, what we thought was, before we interact with the students, we will first interact with the parents and lay before you what we plan to do in the next 2 years, so that you are very clear as to what to expect from us. Similarly, we will convey to you our expectations from the students, our expectations from parents, so that we are clear that in the next 2 years, how we are going to travel together. Because please remember that in this 2-year journey, the 3 principal stakeholders, the student, the institution, as well as the parents, these are the 3 principal stakeholders. All of us together have to move in a coordinated way to reach our ultimate destination, and which is to do well in the 2-year program and come out successfully in the JEE entrance test, while at the same time also doing well in intermediate. So this is the objective, and that is why we are here today. We have enough time to talk to you. Any questions, any doubts, any clarifications, whatever you have, we will answer all those doubts and provide clarifications, and then we will move on. And this is going to be a regular feature for us. It is not just that the first day we are meeting you. The previous batch, we started a batch on May 4th, and already we had more than one interaction. We had actually 3 interactions with the parents in the last 1.5 months, and we foresee similar kind of interaction with you people also. Actually, Corona has taught us a lot of things, a new way of life, a new way of approach to education. Earlier, when we used to have this orientation session, a lot of parents used to have difficulty in terms of coming to the college, taking some time out, commuting, etc., etc. But fortunately today, because of the online facilities that all of us have here, a lot of the parents are able to join us virtually. In fact, in the last parent meeting that we had with the previous batch, there was a record participation from all the parents, and we have not seen that kind of participation ever when we had live sessions, live parent meetings in the college. And we intend to make this a regular feature, that we will meet parents online from now onwards, so that parents don't have to come out of their homes, don't have to take the trouble of commuting to our college. They can sit at their homes and interact with us. Okay, on that note, let's move on and see. Santosh, where is this? Okay, while that is happening, we will. Okay, now what is our course objective? Our course objective is intermediate preparation with preparation for JEE Main, JEE Advanced, and BITSAT. That is what we say, that ours is an integrated program. Integrated program focusing on the JEE. Along with the JEE, we are going to have also intermediate. So NANO Junior College, recognized by Telangana State Board of Intermediate Education, will take care of the intermediate portion and preparation for JEE Main, JEE Advanced, and BITSAT. Our primary focus is going to be preparation for the competitive exams, but along with intermediate. One exclusive feature, one feature that differentiates NANO from the so-called corporate colleges is the approach that we take to education. The primary thing that you have to understand is that we focus on concepts. So conceptual learning is what we provide here. So we do not believe in this rote learning, this by-hearting, this batti system as it is called in Telugu. So we do not have that. So concepts are taught well, and concepts will lead to practice so that the student has a firm grasp of the subjects. The second thing is that, as I told you, uh, through this conceptual mode, we will look at that the student has a thorough grasp on maths, physics, and chemistry. And because of this thorough grasp, he will develop two things which are very, very critical. One is independent problem solving capabilities and good analytical skills. Now, these are the two things which will lay the foundation for a very good engineering career, because an engineer needs to be very good at problem solving and also needs to have ample analytical skills. And those are the two things which will get developed in these 2 years. Because as I told you in the beginning, we do not believe in this by-hearting system. We ensure that students understand the concepts, develop their own ability to think. And that is something which will allow the students to do well, not merely in the entrance test, but later on in the engineering colleges. And our experience with our students is that wherever they are, they may be in the IITs, they may be in NIT, they may be in BITS, wherever the students are, they come out in flying colors, even in the engineering studies. And that is because of the firm foundation that is laid in these 2 years. As you all know, school education is a little different compared to what the students go through in these 2 years intermediate. School education, the syllabus is limited. Students don't get exposed to too much of problem solving. Students don't know much about application. A lot of theory will be there. The final exams are also very theory based. Whereas here, students will get their first exposure to not just learning theory, but also application of theory and also problem solving. And we do that in a phased manner so that whatever be the student's background, whichever school he comes from, whether he's got foundation, doesn't have IIT foundation, they'll all be comfortable because we start from scratch when we do not assume any particular knowledge of students, except that he should be thorough with whatever is learned up to 10th class. Okay, so I was talking to you. So the focus of NANO is to ensure that we provide this conceptual clarity in whatever we do in these 2 years. So that is the primary course objective, so that students do well not merely in the entrance test but also in the engineering course. They will take off and do well. Now, beyond this, the next thing is an institution cannot function like a tuition center. We are an institution. So we need to bother about the discipline of the students, because we have to ensure that the students are not just successful engineers, they should also be successful citizens of this country. They should be good human beings. So discipline is of paramount importance for us. A good value system they should imbibe in these 2 years, because a lot of students, a lot of children in this generation think that success is the most important thing. Success is at any cost. No, we do not believe in that philosophy. Success is important, but at the same time, the journey that we take to be successful, that is also important. So we bother about ensuring that students are not just successful, but also follow a very disciplined approach to move towards success in life and imbibe a good value system. So when we look at students, we want them to come back to us and say that they have learned a lot of great things at NANO. In fact, that is the kind of feedback that we get from students wherever they are. One of the students in our recent interaction with him, once he got into engineering college, he told us one thing which we think is our achievement. He said, "Sir, the most important thing I learned at NANO is that I've changed my way of thinking. NANO has taught me a new way of thinking." And that is what I think is the achievement of NANO in ensuring that the students' thinking capability is changed and enhanced. So that is the course objectives that we have in mind: providing an integrated program, intermediate plus IITs, and also ensuring that students develop a firm grasp of the subject, do well in engineering, develop a good value system, and also develop discipline. So these are some of the things that we try to do at NANO. Then the next thing that we need to understand is that we are going through a bit of a challenge right now because of the corona situation. And what happens because of this is that we are constrained to have some online classes, and till the colleges resume, we are going to work in this mode, that is online classes only. And once the colleges open, we will have two kinds of modes. One is the online classes as well as the physical classes here. We do not know when the colleges open. We don't want to hazard a guess, but till the time that the colleges open, what we will ensure is that the online classes continue. Initially, we will have online classes for 3 hours, and based on the feedback that we get from students and their comfort level, what we will do is we will move on to increasing this duration slightly, so that students are very comfortable and our faculty are also very comfortable with the students. Now, I get a lot of questions from parents as to what the student should do in the case of doubts and how interactive these sessions will be. So while these sessions are going on, we provided a chat facility for students, and through that chat facility, students can ask us questions. And here in the classroom, what we've done is we've provided a screen. There will be a screen in the left-hand side, and also a TV before the board, in front of the board. And in the TV, we will be seeing the chat that students send, and this chat we will answer. We will look at the questions that the students send, and the faculty will answer immediately. He will not wait for the class to be over. So in a live session, what will happen is, if a student has got a doubt, he just has to send his doubt in the form of a chat message. And today's generation, they are all very comfortable with the kind of technology that we are using. So typically in a particular session lasting 1 hour, we get about 30 to 40 questions and doubts. Of course, some of them may be repetitive, but about 30 to 40 in an average class, about 30 to 40 doubts. And we find that this is much better than a live interactive session. In a physical class, so many doubts do not come because students are a little reserved, students are a little shy, and they don't ask questions normally because they feel inhibited, they feel sensitive to what others feel. But the online medium has allowed students to come up with doubts, because they are not bothered about who is there, who is not there, what they feel, what they don't feel, those kind of things. They're not bothered. So they come forward and ask those questions without any difficulty. So doubts clarification, how it happens is, during the session, students can send those chats. Our faculty in real time will be watching it on the screen here. They will be responding to the questions that are asked in a live session. Then after the sessions are over, what will happen is that if the faculty, if the student has got any doubts, while, say, for example, working on an assignment, etc., he will be in a position to ask those questions through WhatsApp. We will share the WhatsApp number of the faculty. We will share the WhatsApp number of each of the faculty, maths, physics, and chemistry. And while the student is doing that assignment, if he's held up, if he's got a doubt, what all he needs to do is, in a WhatsApp, he can just ask his question and our faculty will respond. And this is again produced a great deal of interactivity, because in a class, what will happen is, in a physical class, the student can ask the doubt as long as he's there in the college, say about 9 hours or so. But now, because of this facility, student can ask a doubt as and when he gets a doubt, no matter when. And normally our faculty respond to these doubts very fast. Okay, so let me explain to you how these things happen, because some parents ask me, are you following Zoom, etc., etc. Only for today's decision, can you go back? Can we just go back? Only for today's session, we are using Zoom, because parents will be a little uncomfortable getting into our portal, etc., etc. From tomorrow onwards, our sessions will be on our portal. Our portal, as you can see on the screen, is online.nanoeducation.co.in. You may note that online.nanoeducation.co.in. That is our portal. So all the classes will be on this particular portal. So you don't have to go through Zoom for this, for our classes. Okay, so your classes will be on online.nanoeducation.co.in. Tomorrow, we are going to share with you the passwords and user IDs for all the students here so that you can log on to online.nanoeducation.co.in. My colleague Krishna Chaitanya, who will come here, will talk to you further on usage of this portal. The second thing is that while the class is on, he can watch an ongoing class, but sometimes a student may have a difficulty in watching the class. Like for example, what we face right now, that there may be a sudden power failure, your internet backup may not be, your inverter backup may not be sufficient, or there may be a problem, etc., or your internet may not work. In case any of these things happen, nothing to worry. All the recorded classes will be available on the portal. So student can go to each one of those classes, and those classes list will be given, maths classes separately, physics classes separately, chemistry classes separately, and in each of those classes, the dates and the topics will be given. So what all you need to do is just go to the corresponding class and watch the video again. So recorded videos are available, so it will not just vanish. So even if the student has a difficulty in terms of watching a live class the first time, for whatever difficulty, but please remember that all students should watch live classes. Only if there is a problem, they should go for a recorded class, because in a live class, we will take attendance. There will be greater interactivity. Your student has got a doubt, these doubts will be answered. So therefore, it is very important that students should participate in the live class. Then course material, assignments, tests, all of these things also will be on the portal right now. Entire course material will be there on the portal, assignments will be there on the portal, and tests also will be there on the portal. Then the course material, physical course material also will be made available to you. We will announce when you can come and collect from the college. So perhaps in another 1 week, the course material will be available. But before even the course material is available to you, they will be available on the portal. So you can just, from the portal itself, you can see the course material. Then doubts clarification, I already explained to you how you are going to do doubts clarification. And then finally, supervision and guidance and assistance by course coordinators is going to continue throughout the program. Okay, so where faculty will come and talk to you. All right. Okay. Next, course delivery, as I told you, before opening of college, one mode of delivery, and after opening of college. Before opening of college, what we're going to do is we are going to have 3 hours of instruction every working day. And after opening, the 3 hours based on the feedback that we receive from students and your comfort level, then we will gradually increase it and make it 4 hours. So we do not want to overburden the student. We don't want them to overstrain and keep looking at the screen all the time. So we will see how the students are taking and how they are getting used to this. For the previous batch, we are doing 4 hours, and we will do the same thing with this batch also, 4 hours, but we'll start with 3 hours. Then after the college is open, whenever the college is open, I don't want to at this stage tell you when the college is open, because we don't know. The central government has to give guidelines and the state government has to decide, etc., etc. Whenever that happens, so we are going to have these physical classes in the college. We are going to take all precautions that are necessary. We've already put in place a lot of protocols in terms of thermal screening, in terms of sanitizers in every floor, in terms of fumigation, in terms of cleaning with the required doses every 3 hours. All of those things are in place. That the online classes will happen, and the physical classes will happen, and in addition to that, the online classes also will happen, because we foresee a situation where the student will not be able to spend 9 to 10 hours in the college. Maybe we will run in a shift system for about 6 hours or so. So there will be some kind of a blended learning. So 6 hours in the college and another 3 hours at home. So some kind of blended learning will be there. So students have to get used to the online classes. All right. So this is one thing that we need to keep in mind. Yes. Can we have, yeah. Okay, now a few things that we need to keep in mind. I will quickly go on to the nitty-gritties of our operations. Please take a screenshot of whatever you see on the screen now. Just take a screenshot because these numbers are very important. In terms of academic operations, like for example, start of class and syllabus for a particular test, any of these questions that you have, Brahmaya is the person. You need to contact Mr. Brahmaya, and his number, his telephone number and WhatsApp number are given. Then there is a college WhatsApp number, 70938 20595 is the college WhatsApp number. So please ensure that this particular number is stored in your mobile device as a contact, because it will allow us to share on WhatsApp all messages. So please immediately, as soon as we finish this meeting, 70938 20595, please store this as a WhatsApp, as a contact in your mobile device. Okay, because that will allow us to broadcast messages to you, and you will be in a position to receive it. And then there are two college numbers, 9666165151, 900007761. So these two numbers you got to keep with you. These numbers are voice numbers. You can contact us, and if there is any problem, you can contact these two numbers and we will help you. And then finally, there is an email, info@nanoeducation.co.in. In case you want to reach us and you're not been able to get any response from any of these, or you want to give us some suggestions, you want to give some feedback, please send an email. Do not hesitate to send an email to info@nanoeducation.co.in. This particular email is read by our both me as well as Krishna Chaitanya. Both of the directors, we will follow this email and we will respond within 24 hours. That is a guarantee. Okay. So because you people cannot come to the college, students cannot come to the college, we need to keep this communication channels open, and therefore this particular numbers that I am sharing, please keep them with you. Okay. In addition, what will happen is that there will be a coordinator, faculty mentor who will be assigned to your child, and we will share the faculty mentor's number in due course. You got to store that also. And whichever faculty is coming and teaching, they will share their numbers with you, so that any doubts you have, you can talk to them. You can send a WhatsApp and get your doubts clarified. So these are the phone numbers that you need to keep with them, keep with you. All right. Can we have the, yes. So how do you ensure that messages reach you? So there are a lot of messages that will keep coming to you. Even for example, today, some parents called up in the morning to check up when our session will be, etc., etc., despite the fact that we sent a SMS yesterday. The reason being that they've given us one number and they are following us some other phone number. So please ensure that the number that is there in our records, in the admission register, whatever number that you have given in the admission form, that is the correct number, and that number you watch. It may be the father's number, it may be the mother's number, whoever it is. Please ensure that that number you follow regularly, because often you give us a number and the messages reach that number and you hardly use the telephone. So please ensure whoever is active, whoever is taking care of the child, mother or father, please ensure that that particular number is in our records. Right now, what we have done is whatever numbers that you have given to us at the time of admission, we have used those numbers. If you want to change, you can WhatsApp to our college numbers and we will change those numbers. So please see that you send a WhatsApp, send us the name of the child, send us the old number, send us the new number, and we will change. In addition to that, we have our Facebook. We have our Facebook. Just go back. Okay, just our Facebook number. Our Facebook is Nano for Success. Nano for Success. So just go to this Facebook page and please like this page. Once you like this page, what will happen is that whatever updates we put on the Facebook, it will come as a notification to you. That is another way of keeping in touch with us. So these are all the ways in which we can be in touch with you. Please see that the messages reach you. It could be a SMS message, it could be a WhatsApp message, and or it could be on Facebook, and the notifications will come to you. So once you have this, please take these things seriously, because at a later point of time, people come and call and say that they are not getting messages. They don't get messages if you don't follow this particular thing. So please take a screenshot of this also and store it with you, so that you know how to contact us, and you also know how the messages reach you. Okay, can we just... Okay, now finally, what do we expect from students? Very simple things: regularity. No educational endeavor will ever be successful without two things. One is regularity, second is punctuality. Both of these two things are very, very important. So students have to be regular. They should not miss any classes, even the online classes. The online classes are not optional, and there is a misconception that in the online classes we have to do some bridge course and all that. It is not a bridge course. We are going to start the regular course. It's not a bridge course. We are starting the regular course from tomorrow. So please ensure that the student does not miss any of those classes. So regularity is very important. Online classes also have to be taken as seriously as the regular classes that we are going to have in the college. Second thing is punctuality. As of now, it is not a challenge because you are at home. So you just have to ensure that you are present in front of the mobile device or the tablet or the laptop at the time that is given to you. So punctuality is important. Once the college starts, that is where the challenge is. You got to be ready for the transport, etc., etc. Plus ensure that you have to be on time, because even if you are late, say 10-15 minutes, you will not be able to follow the class. So punctuality is important. Discipline is one of the most important things. If you ask any of our nano students, they will tell you that we are majorly bothered about discipline. In fact, if you ask me, for us, more than marks in maths, physics, chemistry, we are bothered about discipline. So we are going to be very, very strict about discipline, and we expect our students to maintain very high standards of discipline. And once you get into the college, you will realize this, all of this for your own good. Okay, and then motivation to do well, that is important, because ultimately these 2 years, please remember, these 2 years will decide the career of the student. What you do and what you don't do in these 2 years are very important. We will ensure that you get the best possible facilities. You just have to motivate yourself to do well. This is what we expect. And then finally, single-minded focus. And that is what I keep telling parents, that students should have only one objective in mind. You can't sail on multiple boats. You can't sail on 2 boats. So you are here for a purpose, and that purpose is to crack the JEE exam. So therefore, you should have that in mind. Everything else is secondary. Every other thing, whether it is personal, whether it is family related, all of those things are secondary. The only important thing for the next 2 years is the focus on JEE. So these are the things that we expect from the students. Okay, let us just see what to expect from the parents. Parents, especially because we are going through these corona times where there is this problem of ensuring that the student is well taken care of at home also, we expect a few things. One is taking responsibility. Of course, the institution takes the responsibility for the entire education, but in the beginning itself, I told you that there are 3 principal stakeholders, and one of the stakeholders is the parent. So parent has to take responsibility for the performance of the child. Responsibility in the sense that the parent doesn't have to teach anything. And I will tell you what has to be done. Supervision at home is important. During this time, obviously, we are not present. So you'll have to see the child is with you. So supervision at home in terms of attending the online classes regularly, the seriousness with which the online classes are viewed, the seriousness with which the assignments are done. Some of these things have to be taken care of. Of course, our faculty mentors are going to call the child once every 2 days to check up whether he has attended the class. We will be sending to you a report regarding attendance. We will be calling and checking up whether the assignments are being done. All of these things we will be doing, but still primarily the parent has to just supervise whether these things are being done. Then the third important thing, interaction with the institution. And that is where NANO differs from a lot of institutions. Here you walk in, you can talk to the decision makers anytime. You can talk to the academic coordinator, you can talk to the principal, you can talk to the directors also. The directors are accessible. So any issue that you have, any problem that you have, we are willing to listen to you. We are willing to provide solutions. We are willing to address those problems. But that will happen only if you interact with the institution. So interaction with the institution is very important. So what we do earlier, as I told you, we have these parent-teacher meetings regularly. Please take those meetings seriously. Whether you have an issue or you are not, even if you don't have an issue, no worry. Please take those parent-teacher meetings seriously, because you will be directly interacting with the directors and the decision makers. So any issue that you have, you can raise, and we will be sharing with you any problems, any issues, any other things that you need to take care of. So interaction with the institution is important. And the next thing is the emotional support. The college can do a lot of things, but in terms of emotional support, the family can provide it. So, and during these 2 years of challenging time, where the students will go through a lot of ups and downs, let me tell you, this journey is not going to be easy, because JEE is a tough exam. It is not like your regular board exams. JEE is a tough exam, and the student will go through a lot of challenges, sometimes disappointments, but ultimately, only if he goes through those kinds of challenging things that he will come out successful. And whenever he faces a challenge, there is a need for the child to get emotional support, and the family is best placed to provide the emotional support. The college can do only that much, but the family can play a very important role in ensuring that the child's motivation is high, and seeing that if he's disappointed, demotivated, etc., just to cheer him up, etc. So these are some of the things which the family has to do. And then finally, most important, I told you that what we expect from the student is single-minded focus. What the parent has to do is shield the child from distractions. Nowadays, children have a lot of distractions. You know all that. So they are very comfortable with electronic gadgets and TV and whatever. So ensure that you shield the child from these distractions. Also keep the child away from family functions and other things which will unnecessarily distract the child from his studies. So what all you have to tell the child is, during these 2 years, just focus on studies. Later on, once he settles in a good engineering college, he can do anything in his life. So 2 years, just ensure that the child is not distracted from the studies. So these are some of the things that we expect from parents. Okay, let's just see what we can do in terms of the FAQs. So the questions that people ask me, one is, yes, there is a college uniform, and just before the colleges open, once we get the notice from government when to start the colleges, we will tell you what you need to do about the uniform. There is a vendor who supplies the uniform, and we will share with you the address and all that. You can go and get the uniform. Second, obviously, we do not allow any mobile phones on the campus. So please do not plan to send any mobile phones to the college with your child. 3, printed course material. I already talked about it. So because of the corona, we are temporarily making course material available also on our portal, but we will also supply printed course material book